Now start your video, second part 2 of this chapter with topic Beyond Regional Frontier, the story of Kathak. So, beta, if heroic traditions can be found in different regions, where, yes, if heroic traditions can be found in different region in different forms, the same is true of dance. Okay, beta. So, the same is true of dance. So, student, let us look at the history of one dance form. Okay, Kathak. Which dance form? Look at the history of one dance form, Kathak. Kathak now associated with several parts of North India. Okay, which part of North India? Sorry, which part of India? Yes, Kathak now associated with several parts of North India. The term Kathak is derived from Katha. Which word? Yes, the term Kathak is derived from Katha and a word used in Sanskrit and other language for story. कथक जो आपका वर्ड है वो कहाँ से आया है बेटा? आपका कथा वर्ड से. ओके, और कथा वर्ड्स क्या है आपका? वो संस्कृत का वर्ड है और अदर लैंग्वेज में किसके लिए यूज होता है? फॉर स्टोरी. एंड यू नो व्हाट, द कथक्स वर ओरिजिनली अ कास्ट ऑफ स्टोरी टेलर्स whom, yes, a caste of tellers in temples of North India. Where temples? Yes, in temples of North India, who embellished their performance with gesture and song. One important thing also, Kathak began evolving into a distinct mode of dance. Which mode of dance? Yes, Kathak began evolving into a distinct mode of dance in which centuries? In the 15th and 16th century. Which centuries? In the 15th and 16th century, with the spread of the Bhakti movement. Okay, got it beta? With the spread of which movement? Yes, with the spread of the Bhakti movement. And the legends of Radha Krishna. Whose legends? Yes, the legends of Radha Krishna were enacted in folk plays called Ras Leela. What it called? Yes, folk plays called Ras Leela, which combined folk dance with the basic gestures of the Kathak storytellers. Got it, beta? Which one? With combined folk dance, okay, with the basic gestures of the Kathak storytellers. नाउ अगर हम बात करें मुगल एम्पर्स की, ओके, सो अंडर द मुगल एम्पर्स एंड देयर नोबल्स, ओके, अंडर द मुगल एम्पर्स एंड देयर नोबल्स, कथक वाज परफॉर्म्ड इन द court. Where Kathak was performed? Yes, Kathak was performed in the court, where it acquired its present feature and developed into a form of dance. किसकी form of dance में? Yes, जो आपका ये develop हुआ, क्या डेवलप हुआ? कथक डेवलप हुआ फॉर्म ऑफ डांस, एंड वेयर अंडर द मुगल एम्परर्स एंड देयर नोबल्स with a distinctive style. Subsequently, it developed in true tradition or gharanas. How many tradition or gharana? Two tradition or gharanas. So, which is two gharanas? Yes, just look at here, beta. One is the court of Rajasthan, Jaipur. Okay, which gharana it's called? Yes, Jaipur gharana. And another one in Lucknow, and it called Lucknow gharana. Now, student, just look at the picture also. Wajid Ali Shah. So, under the sorry. So, whose picture? Wajid Ali Shah. So, under the patronage of Wajid Ali Shah, the last Nawab of Awadh. Who? The last Nawab of Awadh. It grew into a major art form by the third quarter of the 19th century. Which century? Of which quarter? Yes, by the third quarter of the 19th century, it was firmly entrenched as a dance form. Not only these two religions, सिर्फ इन two religions में वो grew नहीं हो रहा था that time, but in the adjoining areas of present-day Punjab, Haryana, Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. Which area? उस टाइम कथक ग्रो होने लगा था. ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ ही रीजन में, कुछ ही उसमें वो ग्रो हो रहा था. सिर्फ टू रीजन्स जो मैंने बताए, बट इन द एडजॉइनिंग कौन कौन से एरिया बेटा आपका? प्रेजेंट डे जो आपका पंजाब है, हरियाणा, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, बिहार एंड मध्य प्रदेश. सो विच वन? Emphasis was laid on intact and rapid footwork. Okay, beta. Emphasis was laid on intricate and rapid footwork, elaborate costumes as well as on the enactment of stories. Okay, costumes के साथ साथ what thing? Yes, as well as on the enactment of stories. And Kathak, like several other cultures practices, was viewed with disfavor by most British administrators in the 19th and 20th centuries. Okay, just like Kathak, several other culture practice, कथक की तरह ही और जो कल्चर प्रैक्टिस उस टाइम ग्रू हो रहे थे हमारी कंट्री में, उनको जो डिसफेवर की नज़र से देखा जाता था, जो मोस्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स थे दैट टाइम, okay, in 19th and 20th century. However, it survived and continued to be performed by courtiers. Okay, whom, yes, however, it survived and continued to be performed by which one? Which one? Yes, courtiers, and was recognized as one of six classical dance. Okay, how many? Six classical form of dance in the country after इंडिपेंडेंस. ओके, कितने क्लासिकल डांस आपके फॉर्म वो हुए, रिकॉग्नाइज्ड हुए उस टाइम आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ आवर कंट्री इंडिया? 6 classical form of dance in the country after independence, and we have already discussed Kathak is a classical dance. So here, student, one question. Okay, which question? One question is upcoming now about classical dance. The question of defining any art form a classical. किस तरह हम define करते हैं कि कोई भी dance form क्या है आपका classical, is often quite complicated. कई बार complicated होता है, हो जाता है to find which dance, classical, folk and which dance. Do we define something as classical if it deals with a religious theme? क्या हम बोल देंगे कि वो क्लासिकल डांस है क्योंकि वो किससे, उसकी थीम क्या है, उसकी थीम रिलीजियस है? और डू वी कंसिडर इट क्लासिकल बिकॉज इट अपेयर टू रिक्वायर्ड अ ग्रेट डील ऑफ स्किल acquired through long years of training? Or is it classical because it is performed according to rules that are laid down? Or you can say that in simple terms, ma'am, classical dance because it is according to rules. Which rules? Yes, according to some rules that are laid down, and variations are not encouraged. These are questions we need to think about it. And it is worth remembering that many dance forms that are classical as folk also share several of the characters considered typical of classical form. So while the use of term क्लासिकल, विच टर्म, अगर हम बात करें कौन से टर्म की, अगर हम यूज कर रहे हैं टर्म क्लासिकल, मे सजेस्ट दैट दीज फॉर्म्स आर सुपीरियर. ओके, गॉट इट बेटा? सो which one? Yes, forms are superior. This need not always be literally true. हर बार ये true नहीं होता. Just look at here also beta. Just look at here. Kathak dancers, a coat painting. One painting also, one picture, and figure 6 in your book of page number 127. Kathak dancer. Okay, two Kathak dancer here. A coat painting. Coat में एक painting बनाई गई थी ये that time. Okay, then which painting? Yes, Kathak dancers painting. Student, other dance forms that are recognized as classical at present. और भी डांस हैं जो नाउ प्रेजेंट डेज क्लासिकल डांस में आपके इंक्लूड होते हैं. भरतनाट्यम, and from which state? Tamil Nadu. Kathakali, and from which state? Kerala. Then Odissi, Odisha. Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh. Manipuri, Manipur. One activity also beta, find out more about any one of these dance. ये जो मैंने आपके डांस फॉर्म डिस्क्राइब किए हैं, भरतनाट्यम, कथकली, उड़ीसा, कुचिपुड़ी एंड मणिपुरी. ओके, फ्रॉम विच स्टेट? तमिलनाडु, केरला, उड़ीसा, आंध्र प्रदेश. यू हैव टू राइट एट लीस्ट 10 to 15 lines regarding these dance. Okay, and find out more about any one of these dance form. Now student, let's come here. Our next topic, painting for patrons. Okay, who? Yes, painting for patrons and the tradition of miniatures. Okay, another tradition that developed in different way was that of miniature painting. Which painting? Yes, miniature painting. And miniatures, as you can see, mini means very small in size. So बहुत छोटा size में बेटा. Miniature, as their very name suggests, are small size पेंटिंग. आपको पता है मिनिएचर पेंटिंग कौन सी थी? जो बहुत ही बारीकी से, बहुत स्मॉल साइज में उनको बहुत अच्छे से डिफरेंट ब्राइट कलर्स यूज करके बनाया जाता था. सो मिनिएचर्स, एज देयर वेरी नेम सजेस्ट, आर स्मॉल साइज पेंटिंग जनरली डन इन वाटर कलर और क्लॉथ और पेपर. वेयर जनरली डन वाटर कलर से बनाई जाती थी ऑन क्लॉथ और पेपर. एंड दैट टाइम अगर हम बात करें, द अर्लीस्ट मिनिएचर वर ऑन पाम ट्री लीव्स और वुड. तब तो पता है मिनिएचर्स पेंटिंग जो थी किस में बना दी जाती थी? आपकी पाम लीव्स में और वुड में. सम ऑफ द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल ऑफ दीज फाउंड इन Western India, some of the most beautiful miniature paintings found in Western India. Which part of India? Western India. were used to illustrate Jaina texts. जो इसके लिए यूज हुई थी, illustrate करने के लिए Jaina text. The Mughal emperors Akbar, Jahangir and Shahjahan. Yes, the Mughal emperors Akbar, Jahangir and Shahjahan patronized highly skilled पेंटर्स. वो काफ़ी हाईली स्किल्ड पेंटर्स को मनी देते थे, हु प्राइमरली इलस्ट्रेटेड मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट कंटेनिंग हिस्टोरिकल अकाउंट्स एंड पोइट्री. जो उन एम्परर्स की मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स बनाते थे, उनके टाइम की, उनकी रेन की, कि उनका जो पीरियड था, और उनके हिस्टोरिकल अकाउंट्स और इवन पोइट्री के लिए भी. एंड these were generally painted in brilliant colors. Which colors painted? Yes, these were generally painted in brilliant colors and portrayed court scenes of battle. किस scenes के दिखाए जाते थे उसमें? देखिए brilliant colors यूज़ किए जाते थे, कोर्ट सीन दिखाते थे, सीन्स ऑफ बैटल दिखाते थे, और हंटिंग, जब एम्परर हंट करने जाते थे, शिकार करने जाते थे. एंड अदर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ सोशल लाइफ, aspects of social lives also. Okay, they were often exchanged as gifts and were viewed only by an exclusive few, the emperor and his close associates. Yes, which one? Only few. Yes, एक तो emperor हो गया, और यह जो उनके बहुत ही close associates हो गए. But with the decline of the Mughal Empire, many painters moved out to the courts of the emerging regional states. Okay, as a result, क्या हुआ? As a result, the Mughal artistic tastes influenced the regional courts of the Deccan and the Rajput courts of Rajasthan. Okay, just look at the miniature painting here. Akbar resting during a hunt. मुग़ल मिनिएचर, ये मुग़ल एक मिनिएचर बनाई, उनके जो पेंटर्स थे. देखिए कितनी सुंदर पेंटिंग है बेटा. जस्ट लुक एट, वेरी क्लीन, काफ़ी क्लीन और कलर यूज़ करके बनाया है आपका. और कौन से टाइम की पेंटिंग? अकबर रेस्टिंग ड्यूरिंग अ हंट, मुग़ल मिनिएचर. जस्ट लुक एट हियर आल्सो बेटा, दिस पिक्चर, महाराणा राम. whom? Yes, महाराणा राम सिंह. ओके, सेकेंड, प्लेइंग होली. देखिए प्लेइंग होली खेल रहे हैं ये आपके कौन? महाराणा राम सिंह जो हैं. ठीक है बेटा. देन राजपूत मिनिएचर कोटा. कहाँ की है ये? राजपूत मिनिएचर कोटा. सो एट द सेम टाइम जब क्या हुआ कि मुग़ल एम्पायर का डिनाइट होने लगा, वो डिक्लाइन होने लगे, तो वहाँ के जो पेंटर्स थे वो कहाँ मूव कर गए? दूसरी जगह मूव कर गए. ओके, व्हेन द डिक्लाइन ऑफ द मुग़ल एम्पायर, मैनी पेंटर्स मूव्ड आउट टू द कोर्ट ऑफ द एमर्जिंग रीजनल स्टेट्स, अदर स्टेट में. तो क्या हुआ उसके बाद? सेम टाइम दे रिटेन एंड डेवलप देयर डिस्टिंक्टिव कैरेक्टर्स. ओके, उन्होंने किया. देन portraits of rulers and court scenes. Yes, portraits of rulers and court scenes came to be painted following the Mughal example. Besides, theme from mythology and poetry were depicted at centers such as Mewar, Jodhpur, Bundi, Kota and Kishangarh. Which was placed? Mewar, Jodhpur, Bundi, Kota and Kishangarh. Another region that attracted मिनिएचर पेंटिंग वॉज द हिमालयन फुट हिल्स. यस, और भी जो रीजन थे जो इस मिनिएचर पेंटिंग से काफ़ी अट्रैक्ट हो रहे थे अराउंड द मॉडर्न डे, जो नाउ मॉडर्न डे क्या है आपका? हिमाचल प्रदेश. ओके, By the late 17th century, which century? By the late 17th century, this region had developed a bold and intense style of miniature painting called Basoli, जो एक मिनिएचर इंटेंस स्टाइल, ठीक है, डेवलप एंड बोल्ड एंड इंटेंस स्टाइल की मिनिएचर पेंटिंग डेवलप हो गई थी, उसका क्या नाम रखा गया बेटा? बसोली. ओके. And you know what? The most popular text. Okay, which text? The most popular text to be painted here was Bhanu Datta's. Okay, whom? Bhanu Datta's Rasa Manjari. Okay, Nadir painted. Sorry, Nadir Shah invention. Okay, then which invention? Nadir Shah invention and the conquest of Delhi in 1739 resulted in the migration of Mughal artists to the hills to escape the uncertainties of the plains. So, जो most आपका जो painted text at that time was भानु दत्ता रसा मंजरी. पता है नादिर शाह हुआ उस टाइम कॉन्क्वेस्ट जब दिल्ली में हुआ 1739 में, तो रिजल्ट क्या हुआ? जो मुगल आर्टिस्ट थे वो, ठीक है, प्लेन की जो वहाँ अनसर्टेनिटीज़ हो रही थी, ओके, यानी कि वहाँ जो लड़ाई झगड़ा हो रहा था, काफ़ी ये सब हो रहा था, तो वो कहाँ माइग्रेट कर जाते हैं, कहाँ चले जाते हैं? हिल्स की तरफ. देन हियर दे फाउंड रेडी पैट्रॉन्स विच लेड to the founding of the Kangra School of Painting. Which school of painting? उन्हें बिल्कुल तैयार मिलते हैं वहाँ Kangra School of Painting by the mid 18th century. The Kangra artists develop a style with but a new script into miniature painting. एक new script के साथ वो miniature painting की वो एकदम new develop style करते हैं. Wow! Just look at the picture here also बेटा. Krishna Radha and her companion पहाड़ी miniature. देखिए कितनी सुंदर पेंटिंग है. यस, कृष्ण राधा एंड हर कंपेनियन पहाड़ी मिनिएचर कांगड़ा. सो जो वो कांगड़ा स्टाइल की आर्टिस्ट ने डेवलप करी, उनका क्या रीज़न? द सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन. क्या सोर्स था उनका इंस्पिरेशन का? वैष्णवाइट ट्रेडिशन. Whose tradition? Which tradition? वैष्णवाइट ट्रेडिशन. सॉफ्ट कलर्स इंक्लूडिंग कूल ब्लूज. कौन से सॉफ्ट कलर जैसे कूल ब्लूज, ग्रीन एंड लिरिक ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ थीम डिस्टिंग्विश्ड कांगड़ा पेंटिंग. And you know, remember that ordinary women and men painted as well on pots. किस में paint? Yes, on pots, wall, floors, cloth. Work of art that have occasionally survived, unlike the miniature that were carefully preserved in the place. A closer look, Bengal. Okay. In this topic, we learn about how the growth of a regional language. You know, sometimes as we saw at the outside, we often tend to identify region in terms of the language spoken by the people. Okay, we identify what? Yes, regions in terms of the language spoken by the people. So, we assume that people in Bengal always spoke Bengali. हम क्या एज्यूम करते हैं? जो पीपल ऑफ बंगाल हैं वो हमेशा क्या, कौन सी लैंग्वेज बोलते आ रहे हैं? बंगाली. हाउएवर, what is interesting is that while Bengali is now recognized as a language derived from Sanskrit, okay, Bengali is now recognized as which language? Which is derived from another language. And which language? Yes, derived from Sanskrit. Early Sanskrit texts mid first millennium BCE. Which time? Yes, or you can say that regarding early Sanskrit texts mid time millennium BCE suggests that the people of Bengal did not speak Sanskritic language. So how we can see that कि बंगाली इज नाउ रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एज लैंग्वेज derived फ्रॉम संस्कृत? जब अगर हम अर्ली टैक्स देखें जो हमें मिले हैं मिड फर्स्ट मिलेनियम में, वो क्या सजेस्ट करता है कि बंगाल वालों ने तो कभी संस्कृत लैंग्वेज बोली नहीं है. सो व्हाट्स द रीजन? नाउ लुक एट हियर और यू कैन से द हाउ देन डिड द न्यू लैंग्वेज एमर्ज. तो कैसे न्यू लैंग्वेज एमर्ज हुई? ओके, फ्रॉम द 4th-3rd सेंचुरी BCA. विच सेंचुरी? 4th-3rd सेंचुरी की अगर हम बात करें, कॉमर्शियल टाइज बिगेन, ओके, टू डेवलप between Bengal and Magध. Where? Yes, Bengal and Magध, South Bihar. Now you can say that at time present. Okay, Bengal and Magध, South Bihar, which may have led to the growing influence of Sanskrit. Okay, So that's the reason. Due to what developed between Bengal and Madhya. Okay. That's the reason. That's why that time which language influenced, yes, or you can say that which language influenced that time, yes, of Sanskrit. If we talk about regarding during the 4th century, okay, which century? Yes, let's come here. First, we will talk regarding the 4th century. The Gupta rulers established political control over North Bengal. Which rulers? Yes, Gupta rulers established and were political control over North Bengal. Okay, and begin to settle Brahmins in this area. गुप्ता रूलर हो गए, उन्होंने अपना जो पॉलिटिकल कंट्रोल किया विच एरिया, नॉर्थ बंगाल में, और उन्होंने क्या स्टार्ट किया, जो ब्राह्मण्स थे उनको सेटल करना स्टार्ट करा. दिस द लिंग्विस्टिक एंड कल्चर इन्फ्लुएंस, ओके, फ्रॉम द मिड गंगा वैली बिकेम स्ट्रॉन्गर. विच पार्ट? यस, from the mid Ganga valley became stronger. Then in the 17th century, which century? Yes, all of you know that we already studied in this our previous chapters also. In the 7th century, the Chinese traveler Xuanzang, okay, which traveler? Yes, जो Chinese traveler थे Xuanzang, even we studied in class 6 also, observed that language related to Sanskrit were in use all over Bengal. Which language? Yes, were in use that time over all Bengal. And which century? Yes, 7th century. Okay. Which language? Sanskrit. Okay. Were used in all over Bengal. Now let's come here from the 8th century. Which century? From the 8th century, Bengal became the center of regional kingdom under the Palas. Bengal became the center of which kingdom? Yes, regional kingdoms under the Palas between the 14th and 16th century. So, which century? Between the 14th and 16th century, बंगाल वॉज रूल्ड बाय सुल्तान. अगर हम बात करें 14 एंड 16 सेंचुरी की, बंगाल किसके द्वारा रूल किया गया? सुल्तान, हु वर इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द रूलर्स इन दिल्ली. विच रूलर्स? यस, रूलर्स इन दिल्ली एंड हु वर इंडिपेंडेंट. नाउ स्टूडेंट, लेट्स कम हियर talk about in 1586. Already know that in 1586 when Akbar conquered Bengal. Okay, who conquered Bengal? Akbar. And when? In 1586. It formed the nucleus of Bengal Suba. What? Bengal Suba. Okay. While Persian was the language of administration, Bengali developed as a regional language. अगर पर्शियन जो थी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की लैंग्वेज से हिसाब से डेवलप हो रही थी, तो रीजनल लैंग्वेज कौन सी हो रही थी? बंगाली. ओके. इन फैक्ट बाय द 15th century the Bengal group of dialects came to be united by a common literary language based on the spoken language of the western part. Which century? In the 15th century, and which Bengali group of dialects came to united हो रहे थे, और जो लैंग्वेज बेस थी स्पोकन लैंग्वेज वेस्टर्न पार्ट में, नाउ एज अ वेस्ट बंगाल. जो अब तो प्रेजेंट आपका वेस्ट बंगाल है, वेस्टर्न पार्ट जो वहाँ कौन सी लैंग्वेज डेवलप हो रही थी? बंगाली. Also a wild range of non-Sanskrit word. Which range? Wild range of non-Sanskrit word derived from a variety of sources. Okay, it derived from variety of sources. You can say that like from different types, different variety of sources it derived from non-Sanskrit word, including tribal language. Which is language including tribal language, Persian, European language have become part of modern Bengali. Just look at here also. This picture, beta, a page from a palm leaf. Which picture is this? A page from a palm leaf manuscript, okay, of the earliest Bengali Ramayana. Yes. Just look at again a page from a palm leaf manuscript of the earliest Bengali Ramayana. Now, student, look at here. Early Bengali literature. Okay, I'm talking about early Bengali. Okay, may be divided into two categories. How many categories of early Bengali literature? Two categories. One indebted to Sanskrit. एक जो है अपना आप संस्कृत से आया है, and other independent of it. और जो दूसरा है खुद ही independent आया है. Okay. एक क्या किससे आया है आपका, संस्कृत से आया है, दूसरा है जो खुद इंडिपेंडेंट उसके बाद उसको डेवलप किया गया है. The first, if we talk about the first one, the first include translation of the Sanskrit epics. Okay, which translation? Yes, translation of the Sanskrit epic. The which one? Mangala Kavya. Okay, literally auspicious poem dealing with local deities. मंगल काव्य कौन से होते थे? जो auspicious poems होती थी, जो local deities से क्या होती थी, डील करती थी. भक्ति लिटरेचर. Okay, some bhakti literature also, such as biography of Chaitanya Deva. Whose biography? Biography of Chaitanya Deva, the leader of the Vaishnava Bhakti movement. Yes, look at here. Who Chaitanya Deva? The leader of the Vaishnava Bhakti movement. And which is the second one? Other independent of it? Yes, the second include Nath literature, such as the song of Mayanvati, Gopi Chandra's, yes, stories concerning the worship of Dharma Thakur, and fairy tales, folk tales, and ballads. Which one? Dharma Thakur, yes, worship of Dharma Thakur, fairy tales, folk tales, and ballads. Now about Mayanamati, Gopi Chandra, and Dharma Thakur. Okay. So the Nath were ascetics who engaged in the variety of yogic practices. नाथ थे जो किसमें engaged थे, variety of yogic, जो योग की उसमें practice थे उस time. This particular song, which was often enacted, describe how Mayanamati Akyun encouraged her son Gopi Chandra to adopt the path of asceticism in the face of variety of obstacles. किस तरह उन्होंने अपने son को संन्यास in Hindi you can say this उसके रास्ते में face किया, variety of obstacles किया. Dharma Thakur is a popular regional deity often worshipped in the form of a stone or a piece of wood. जो पत्थर और ये लकड़ी के piece of wood के उसमें पूजे जाते थे. Now students, just look at here. The texts belonging to the first category are easier to date and several manuscripts have been found indicating that they were composed between the late 15th and mid 18th century. So अगर हम बात करें फर्स्ट कैटेगरी की तो उसका जो टाइम है easier to date वो we can easily find out किसके द्वारा. yes, because काफ़ी सारे manuscripts मिले हैं. So what those manuscripts have been found? Okay, indicate करते हैं कि वो जो composed हुए हैं between the late 15th and mid 18th century. एंड अगर हम बात करें सेकेंड कैटेगरी की तो वो हम उसका इतना प्रीशियसली डेट नहीं फाइंड आउट कर सकते बिकॉज दे वर particularly popular in Eastern Bengal. Which side? Yes, Eastern Bengal, where the influence of Brahmins was relatively weak. Got it? Now student, just look at here. Our next topic is peace and temple. From the 16th century, okay, when we talk about the 16th century, from the 16th century, people began to migrate in large number from the less fertile Western Bengal to the forested and marshy areas of southeastern Bengal. जो काफ़ी लोग थे वो कौन से एरिया से, जो लेस फर्टाइल वेस्टर्न बंगाल था वहाँ से वो माइग्रेट होने लगे दूसरी जगह. कौन सी जगह? टू द फॉरेस्टेड एंड मार्शी एरियाज ऑफ साउथ ईस्टर्न बंगाल. As they move eastward, okay, as they move eastward, they cleared forest and brought the land under rice cultivation. What they did? Yes, they cleared forest and brought the land. Which land? Yes, for what? For rice cultivation. Gradually, local communities of fish folks and shifting cultivators, often tribals, merged with the new community of peasants. सो इट मीन्स वहाँ की जो लोकल कम्युनिटीज़ हैं जैसे फिश फॉक्स हैं, शिफ्टिंग कल्टिवेटर्स हैं, ट्रिबल्स हैं, वो किसके साथ मर्ज हो जाते हैं? न्यू कम्युनिटीज़ ऑफ पीजेंट्स के साथ. सो दिस coincided with the establish of Mughal control. Which control? Whom control? Yes, over Bengal. Whom control? Mughal control, with their capital in the heart of eastern delta at Dhaka. Okay, capital किसको बना लेते हैं? Eastern delta at Dhaka. Okay, official and functionary received land. Who received land? Officials and functionary received land and often set up mosque that served as center of religious transformation in these areas. But they often set up, yes, they set up mosque. Mosque बना लेते हैं वो जो center of religious transformation उस area में होते हैं. So that time the early settlers sought some order and assurance in the unstable condition of the new settlement. तो आके रहने जो बाहर से आते थे वो अर्ली सेटलर्स थे, वो काफ़ी सॉर्ट आउट के बाद भी जो वहाँ की अनस्टेबल कंडीशन थी तब भी रहने को रेडी होते थे. जो वहाँ के यू कैन से दैट उनको न्यू सेटलमेंट प्रोवाइड करा देते. दीज वर प्रोवाइडेड बाय द कम्युनिटी लीडर्स. तो वो जो न्यू सेटलमेंट प्रोवाइड होता था कौन करता था? दीज वर प्रोवाइडेड बाय कम्युनिटी लीडर हु ऑल्सो फंक्शंस एज टीचर्स एंड educators and were sometimes ascribed with supernatural powers. Okay, उनके पास लोग सोचते थे क्या है, what they, yes, with supernatural powers. So people referred to him, तो people उन्हें क्या refer करते थे? With affection and respect as peer. Yes, which word? Peer. So people refer to them what? With affection and respect as peers. So if we talk about regarding peer, okay, this term included saints, Sufis and other religious personality. Which peer term included? Yes, saint, Sufis and other religious personality, daring colonizers and defeat soldiers, various Hindu and Buddhist deities also. Okay, and even animistic spirits. Okay, then the cult of peace became very popular. Who? Yes, the cult of peace became very popular and their shrines can be found everywhere in Bengal. And even Bengal also witnessed a temple building spree from the late 15th century. काफ़ी temple भी बनने start हो गए late 15th century से, which कल्मिनेटेड इन द 19th सेंचुरी. जो कब से 15th सेंचुरी से स्टार्ट हुए टेम्पल बनने एंटिल कहाँ तक वो हुए? यस, 19th सेंचुरी तक स्टार्ट होते रहे वो, कल्मिनेटेड बनते रहे वो. वी हैव सीन दैट टेम्पल्स एंड अदर रिलीजियस स्ट्रक्चर वर ऑफन बिल्ट बाय इंडिविजुअल. समटाइम्स वो इंडिविजुअल ने बनाए बेटा और समटाइम्स ग्रुप्स ने, हु वर बिकमिंग पावरफुल, बोथ डेमोस्ट्रेट देयर पावर एंड प्रोक्लेम देयर पिटी. And many of the modest brick and terracotta temples in Bengal, which temples, yes, बहुत और temple भी थे, just like modest brick हो गए, terracotta temples हो गए, were built with the support of several low social groups. काफ़ी low social group support उन्होंने भी इन temple को build किए that time, such as कोलू, it means oil pressers हो गए, कंसारी जो bell metal workers थे. The coming of the European trading companies created new economic opportunities. Who created new economic opportunity that time? ये जो European trading companies. Many families belonging to these social groups availed of these. So जब यूरोपियन कंपनी आई, यूरोपियन ट्रेडिंग कंपनी, तो उन्होंने काफ़ी इकोनॉमिक अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ भी वहाँ क्रिएट करी. सो दैट्स वाई जब वो फैमिली बिलोंग करती थी सोशल ग्रुप से जो थी रिलेट, उन्होंने भी इस चीज़ का काफ़ी बेनिफिट लिया. So as their social and economic position improved, okay, due to something development of that time, even European trading companies also created no new economic opportunities. So that's the reason social and economic position improved. They proclaimed their status through the construction of temples. When local deities were worshipped in thatched huts in village, gained the recognition of the Brahmins, their image began to the house in temple. Just look at here, a double roof thatch hut. तो जब जो वहाँ जो घरों में उसमें पूजे जाते थे जो वहाँ के देवी देवताओं, तो ब्राह्मणों ने जब उनको मान्यता प्रदान कर दी तो उनकी काफ़ी क्या होने लगी. सो उनकी जो प्रतिमाएं थी वो उसमें किसमें स्थापित की उन लोगों ने, किसमें उसमें वो करी बेटा? मंदिरों में, जो टेम्पल्स थे उस टाइम के. सो द टेम्पल्स बिगिन टू कॉपी द डबल रूफ. ओके, जो टेम्पल्स थे वो कॉपी करने क्या करने लगे? डबल रूफ, इट मीन्स दो चाला, और फोर रूफ चौचाला. वट डबल रूफ कॉल्ड? दो चाला. और वट अबाउट फोर रूफ? चौचाला. Structure of the thatch hut. This led to the evolution of the typical Bengali style in temple architecture. In the comparatively more complex four-roof structure, four triangular roofs placed on the four walls move up to the converge on a curved line or a point. So just look at the picture also, a four-roof temple with a tower. Yes, इस तरह four-roof temple आपकी उस टाइम होने लगी. बंगाल में जो temples बन रहे थे, a four-roof temple with a tower. And those temples were usually built on a square platform. Which platform? Those temples were usually built on a square platform. The interior was relatively plain. अगर हम अंदर की बात करें उन temples की जो interior था was relatively plain, but the outer walls. But if we talk about the outer walls of those temples, many temples were decorated with painting, ornamental tiles, or terracotta tablets. Which were many temples were decorated from the outer walls of the temple, yes, with painting, ornamental tiles, or terracotta tablets. Just look at the picture also. Krishna with gopis terracotta plate from the Shaimara temple Vishnupur. Okay, Shaimarya temple है जो आपका विष्णुपुर में. देखिए, just look at it. Krishna with gopis terracotta plate from the which temple? Yes, Shaimarya temple Vishnupur. So, in some temples, particularly in Vishnupur in the Bankura district of West Bengal, such decoration reach a high degree of excellence. Now, student, our next topic is fish and food. Okay. So, as you know, Bengal is a riverine plain. So that's why which produces plenty of rice and fish. क्या ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस होता है वहाँ? Rice and fish. So understandably these two items figure prominently in the menu of even poor Bengalis. जो दो चीज़ें थी वो उनके मेन्यू में बिल्कुल परमानेंटली जो क्या थी, बिल्कुल मिलती थी. And fishing has always been an important occupation, and Bengali literatures contain several references to fish. Fishing has अभी भी एट प्रेजेंट भी अगर हम बात करें जो फिशिंग है इम्पॉर्टेंट ऑक्यूपेशन है. एंड व्हाट अबाउट बंगाली लिटरेचर कंटेन सेवरल रेफरेंस टू फिश. What is more terracotta plaques on the walls of temples and vihars, Buddhist monasteries depict scenes of fish being dressed and taken to the market in the basket. Children, just look at the picture also. Fish being dressed for domestic consumption. Terracotta plaque from the विश्वलक्ष्मी टेम्पल आरामगढ़. फिश इतनी पॉपुलर थी कि वहाँ की जो टेम्पल्स की वॉल थी, वहाँ की जो टेराकोटा प्लेट थी, वहाँ भी फिश आपको देखने को उनको उस टेम्पल्स की वॉल्स में भी फिश को दिखाया जाता था. Okay, and Brahmins were not allowed to eat non-vegetarian food. But the popularity of fish, Brahmins were not allowed to eat what? Yes, Brahmins were not allowed to eat non-vegetarian food. But due to popularity of fish in the local diet, the ब्राह्मणिकल ऑथोरिटीज़ वहाँ फिश जो है लोकल डाइट में भी इतनी ज़्यादा लोकप्रिय थी, इतनी ज़्यादा पॉपुलर थी कि जो वहाँ के ब्राह्मणिकल ऑथोरिटीज़ थे उन्होंने रिलीव किया प्रोहिबिशन फॉर द बंगाल ब्राह्मण्स कि वहाँ के बंगाल ब्राह्मण्स को कि दैट दे कैन ईट टू सर्टेन वेराइटीज ऑफ फिश. That can see the Brihadarma Puran, a 13th century Sanskrit text from Bengal. Which text? Yes, 13th century Sanskrit text from Bengal. And which one? Yes, Brihadarma Puran परमिटेड द लोकल ब्राह्मण्स. उन्होंने क्या उस पुराण में हमें देखने को मिला है कि जो आपकी ब्राह्मणिकल ऑथोरिटीज थी उन्होंने परमिट किया किसको, लोकल ब्राह्मण्स को, टू ईट सर्टेन वेराइटीज ऑफ fish. Yes, they can eat which thing? Only eat certain varieties of fish. So student, for today that's it. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day ahead.